Alright, so got a lot of decks that I want to play with, but today we're going to focus on Rakdos. This is an aggressive build of the deck, and I've been seeing a lot of versions of it on the ladder, and that's just because there's so many good creatures to choose from. My version plays really well into recursion. So Order of Midnight, which is low-key one of the best uncommons in the set. It's insane. Just having a 2/2 flyer for 2, pretty much a bear with wings that just has the drawback of not being able to block, would be decent enough. But they also decided to make it have a great adventure. Rimrock Knight has been an amazing one-of to help me push through or trade with stronger creatures. Black Lance Paragon really can hit a lot of the knights that I have in the deck, which is sort of a sub-theme, but I didn't want to lose some of the best cards in order to force that archetype. Spawn of Mayhem is an obvious all-star. Strong, can come out turn 3, and has evasion. But Midnight Reaper is the glue to the deck though. Well, okay, the other one is too, Murderous Rider. Both of them are just solid 3-drops that one helps me draw cards, the other one helps me kill things while being a creature. At the top end, we have Cavalier of the Night and Skargan Hellkite. They're just great cards. We used to use Clack Bridge Troll, which you'll see in some of the videos, but I had issues with it before, or at least I thought I was gonna have issues with it before, and that's what made me switch it out, because they did come up in game. I realized the card just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, which is swing in for 8. And then one of the best cards in the deck is for sure Spawn of Mayhem. Dreadhorde Butcher and Gutter Bones, even though they don't work with this Knight sub-theme, are the cards that I'm talking about when I say I just needed cards that, like, I don't care if they're not Knights, they're just too good if I'm going to be in an aggro Rakdos build. And then, yeah, so the deck kind of has a good curve, fills out well, and the land is one of those things that I'm a little iffy about. I don't know if it's going to work out as well as I want it to. But without a doubt, my favorite card in the deck is Embercleave. Spawn of Mayhem is insane, but Embercleave just murders opponents. It's so good, and it's every time that I play against somebody, even in like a Simic Flash deck, the flash part of it actually shows up heavy. Being able to hit that in after playing something in combat, oh my god. Like, the problem with Simic Flash is that if something sticks on the board, they need to unsummon or something else to get it off. But this actually being an artifact helps, because eventually I'll just put it back onto the board and I already have the artifact there, and I can just equip it for 3, and by the time all this bouncing and shenanigans is happening, I usually can do that pretty easily. So the biggest thing about it, so even here in this little part, you know, I'm just tapping properly because MTGA always tries to screw you over, and just doing this before it bounces back to my hand. But as you can see, something with an adventure, you're bouncing already, which is crazy. Like, I'm just gonna get an insane amount of value, but he's at 3 life, so I don't need to. I'm gonna have to kill him with this. Plus it plays the Frilled Mystic, that's fine. He has to chump block with it in order to survive. We already know the 2 cards that he has, which are 2 things that can only block flyers, so we're going to put 2 flyers on the board. They already know this game. In this situation here, we're just gonna again attack all in, playing aggressively, which is what Embercleave wants, because this is the best combat trick I've played with in Standard. Like, I used to use Giant Growth, even Might of Oaks, and, you know, tried to work in all these other crazy cards, but this one is so actually powerful. So really getting back into the deck, we're focused on just pushing for damage. We easily can win without Embercleave, but Embercleave is one of those cards that we just always want one of. So as we go through some of these decks, you're gonna see as we go through this. So as we go through this deck, you're gonna see that I really hate Clackbridge Troll and already swapped them out in the version that you're seeing here. But in the games, I'm going to have Clackbridge Troll in my hand and on the field at times, and you're going to see it really not working, which is why I switched it for these. And you'll probably see, well, I think what I'll do is I'll add in a little bit at the end and kind of go over a review, how I think this deck can be changed, how it kind of fares against the other versions of it. The biggest thing before and after the video, I guess I'll give you a little spoiler, is the mana is odd. I really am not sure how to fix that though. I know we want Castle Lockwind, the red Castle, Castle Ember, we probably can get rid of though. The tournament grounds have been helpful because even if they don't cast all the top end, it helps with Embercleave, helps with the Black Knights, allows me to have more mountains in the deck. So not much else to say. Let's just get into a couple little quick matches. All these matches are going to be quick because we're Rakdos Aggro and you can see it in action. And this is a bad hand. Deceptively bad though. So the problem with that hand was that we are an aggressive deck. This one is fine even if we can't play this Witch's Cottage on curve, which is 100% a card we can get rid of. We aren't going to get rid of it now, but we don't need it, you know? It's just, we already have a lot of recursion, we already have a lot of draw because of Order of Midnight, Midnight Reapers, and Gutter Bones. So we're just gonna play this out. We'll see how aggressive they are. Alright, so now, yeah, I think we attack in, you know, do the same usual bluff with Ebon Legion. We definitely don't want to pump it, but we will. And we won't. Great. And we'll play Spawn of Mayhem. This card is just bonkers. It's so strong. But he also can do the same thing with his Growth Chamber and get an attack in, which he opts not to do. Plays a Domri.
I look forward to seeing you running away.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. We're gonna kill the Domri here. We're playing a Midnight Reaper because, crazy enough, that's our only option. But we're gonna kill the Domri here. Hitting him in the face seems cool, but ramping him up feels terrible.
I'll be back after I've licked my wounds.
The question is, what else do they have? And okay, that's fine. We'll probably block. No, they don't even attack. Odd. I would assume they would be more aggressive, but that's fine. We're gonna play this one pre-combat. I was curious if they had a shock. I guess they didn't. But yeah, we're doing the same thing, swinging with that. Robber the Rich could have blocked us because it does have reach. I'm sure, yeah, just for that situation. And that's scary. That actually sucks a lot. So we're gonna just have to not hold back because we did a perfect top deck, and we'll murder that. And we're going to stay aggressive, as I said, and we're swinging in with the team. If they block any of the Midnight Riders, then we get to draw 2 cards off of each one killed and trade, which is exactly what we want. If they don't do it, they do this halfway block, compromise, you still draw 2 cards, and they're dead. Hopefully we find some lands, maybe we'll get this Clackbridge rolling, but yeah, that's a great card. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I'll take that over another land actually. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So as you can see, just very aggressive. And we played with the red version, just not as good, in my opinion. I think the Cavalcade is really spiky, and the other version is definitely dying out. We'll see how it all works, but splashing for one more color is not a bad idea in red. Unless you're doing Cavalcade. And even then, maybe another color. This hand is fine because we're going to stay aggressive, blah, blah, as said. Maybe we'll even get another 1-drop. Maybe we'll get a much needed land. What are we playing against? Maybe mono black something too? Wow, that hurts. That hurts real bad. Ouch. Alright. If we don't get another land, we probably lose this game and move on. That is kind of how aggro decks work. Wow, this is rough. I want to say Clackbridge Troll because we don't like that card. Shoot. Ooh, didn't get the land. We're gonna have to play this and swing in. Like, we'll just let the trade happen. There's a chance we wanted to save it for Spawn of Mayhem to make sure that we can get at least 1 damage in later. But he's gonna start murdering us, and I kind of would like to get a midnight. Yeah, we'll probably get a midnight going. I'd rather have this to draw more cards and get more stuff, which is maybe another reason why we should have held back the Dread Horde. We probably should have held back the Dread Horde. We're just gonna stop trying to rationalize it and say that was a mistake. This feels good though, because it doesn't seem like they want to lose that card. We'll play this and we'll just kill it. There was a chance that they would have let us swing in, but before it has like those it feels like it could have a lot of tap shenanigans, and I don't think it's going to be as powerful as like Priest of the Forgotten Gods, but we don't want to let it get too many opportunities to get some really good taps out, and this is fine. So now we're on curve to just play a Spawn of Mayhem even without this next land, but these lands will hopefully let us double spell pretty soon. Right now we're just going to play an unspectacled Spawn of Mayhem, and it's just a powerful card. Hopefully it'll get us there. Another. Oh, okay, another of that. I thought it was another Murderous Rider. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, we're already getting the pump with it, and we can double spell now, which is great. I'm thinking that we actually aren't going to play Dread Horde Arcanist. Or Dread Horde Butcher, I'm sorry. We're going to play Spawn of Mayhem and the life-linking Murderous Rider. We definitely want some more lifelink. We're at a race right now. We're doing pretty good. If they have another Murderous Rider, we're not in trouble, but that does even out the board some more. That's pretty good too. Oh, they're gaining life. Yeah, that life gain's an issue. So, that's all they're doing. We're still okay. We're still okay. Alright, Clackbridge. Do something with yourself, I guess. We really, like, in this situation, it's probably better to play Lockwin and Dread Horde Arcanist, but we'd lose a little too much life. Like, I'd rather this Clackbridge have been a land. That's how, like, just not a fan. Or I guess we had another land, right? No, we didn't. Alright, yeah. It's just, I can't think of the times that it's really that good. And if this was like an actual sacrifice deck with like Mayhem Devil also, this could have been the death of us. Could have been the worst. So now we are going to lose 2 life and play Dread Horde Butcher, because Clackbridge is also terrible at defense, because yeah, we drew a card, but now they get to swing in, and we're going to need these blockers. This is very, very tight. The lifelink for Midnight Rider probably is going to be what really sells it, what really helps us. And they actually, yeah, I guess it makes sense to attack. They're going to gain more life. They're going to have to do this, yeah. Otherwise, if they don't have a way to kill Spawn of Mayhem, they go to 6, we go to 10. Spawn of Mayhem does 1 damage. I think this 1 damage from the Butcher has to go upstairs. I was thinking about killing another troll, you know, to make it so it can actually swing in and do shit, but I don't think that's the game plan. I think we're gonna just try to kill him on the next turn. I don't see how they can get out of it unless they kill Spawn of Mayhem. If they kill Spawn of Mayhem, we're just in trouble. We're gonna have to hope that like the Lockwind gets us out of it, or we draw enough cards with Clackbridge Troll to get us into something, some action. We'll see. That's pretty good. The only 2 that he can get cards from though, because of Midnight Reaper, are okay, Gutter Bones. Okay, so now that he has Gutter Bones, this is an odd play. I would have not played the Reaper. like at all. Yeah, why would he play the Reaper? He's gonna lose life. So if he didn't play the Reaper, he could have used her sacrifice in order to kill Gutterbones, have one, and then like have something else come into the battlefield. No, he couldn't. Well, I guess he could have had. What would have? No, I guess there's no way out of it. Oh, okay, that makes sense actually. It does go down to 5 because Midnight Reaper, but ooh, this is interesting. Does this have like a double effect? Does he get 2? Yes, he does get 2. Okay, so it'll be at 8. But wait, there's 2 Midnight Reaper triggers still. Alright, so they still die. But that was actually a tight game. That was actually pretty interesting. And I like that card. I like Mono Black, to be honest. Like Black just has a slew of very strong creatures in this set and the last. Nice. So back at the deck again. Back at the deck. I don't like Clash Bridge Troll. I think that's the reason why these two came in. Those 2 cards really show up in certain games. The mana base really, as you can see, was very weird. It gets there, but I know the Witch's Cottage got cut already, and we really just want one more Embercleave. I think we do have a Mythics to spend on it, so I think that's going to happen. One of them's going to the 3rd Embercleave. It's something that we definitely want. Even though these show up, there's a possibility that you don't want the top end that high. As you can see, we got there in the end as we started kind of flooding out a little bit, but we have so much draw that it makes sense to get there. Maybe we don't want these other flashing cards because Embercleave is enough. I think I would still keep them, but you know, there's always a chance that it's just not what we're looking for, and we're going to really lean into Embercleave. In that case, Rotting Register makes a lot of sense. Embercleave with it, oh my god, it would do so much damage. So much damage. Yeah, everything seems cool like this, but there's possibly even more cuts we want to make. Maybe we want to lean more into the Knight sub theme, you know? Maybe I don't have the card, but Fervent Champion would really be pretty good with Knight of the Ebon Legion. Maybe we cut Gutterbones and Dreadhorde Butcher. And it just will be able to pump our Knights for a little bit extra. Maybe we even keep Gutterbones just to have like a really aggressive slew of 1-drops. And then also to fill up the 2-drop slot a little bit, we can put in the other Knight that really works with the Rakdos theme, which is Stormfist Crusader. In the sideboard, because of, you know, fighting off other things, Blast Zone is really good. Blast Zone really could get us there. I see it with Spectral Sailor a lot, and all those other type of 1-drops. Maybe even the 2-drops with in the Flash deck, which also has a bunch of 1-drops. It would be really good. So that's gonna be our first sideboard card to hit those things. It didn't come up in the video, but I see those decks every once in a while, and I definitely would want to have a way to stop them other than relying on Embercleave, which is what I usually do. I usually push through, they do something crazy, I just drop an Embercleave and just destroy their creatures and get in for some damage. Yeah, the thing is, I think leaning more into Embercleave is the way to go, but I don't know how much we need to disrupt our deck. Rankle is just another easy include that I don't have, that also probably should spend some mythics on. He, in conjunction with Evercleave, is going to do it every time they deal damage. So if we do it twice, that's just going to be a bunch of life lost, and we get 2 triggers of the whichever, you know, abilities we wish to choose, which we can make all 3. We can start just sacking stuff. It could be really good. It might be exactly what we want. And yeah, we can even go some reach with some shocks. Yeah, there's a lot of directions this deck can go. Because the thing is, we are insanely reliant on Murderous Rider. Insanely reliant on Murderous Rider. The reach with Shock and even the Swordmaster with the Knights, if we're like leaning into that theme some more, might be really good too though. So I think this is really what is the changes I just made are very weird. And I don't think they're gonna happen. We don't even have a lot of the cards, but I think mostly creature base is good. So let's get the hell out of here and discard those changes.